Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1966 Olympia SM9 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany. And the second best typewriter on my list, next to the Hermes 3000. This one ranks number one by a lot of collectors because it is more durable than any other typewriter. Excellent engineering, also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like a switchblade and extends. And it has a page gauge on the top side there. I'll show you how that's used. Actually, I can show you right now. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale. So that page gauge, once you get close to the end of the bottom of the page there, it'll start to warn you how many spaces you have left. All the way up to 1, and that's the end of the page. So that's how that works. And if you load the page a little bit crooked, you can flip this line or this paper release and straighten that out a little bit. Flip it back so you can feed the page properly. It's still a little crooked. So I'm just going to keep the paper bale down so I can match it. Flip it back, now you have a straight page. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, which skips 2 half spaces. Push it down 1 more notch, it skips 3 half spaces. 1 more, it skips 4 half spaces. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it on the white indicator in the middle, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Super reliable, smooth, powerful. And we have unique typeface, by the way, senatorial number 71. It's like a cubic squared font. Prints 11 characters per inch. Really cool font, really popular, and semi-rare. To pull the page out easy, we're going to switch that switch again on the right side. The paper release unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock, or straighten your page. Shift on each side, a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. I'm going to go ahead and put this down for now and put the color back on black. Backspace is on the right side. Very smooth. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. To the left of that is your carriage lock. Flip that up and it will lock the carriage when you move it to the middle. Also locks the keys. To unlock it, just flip that down and you can advance the carriage freely. This is your touch control. The farther down you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The less tension when you move it up towards the minus sign. And if you have a newer SM9 with the different shell, some of the tab set and clears are moved to the side on the left here, and then the touch control is moved to the inside. And the difference between the SM8 and the SM9 is the SM8 has tab set manually on the back. So if you have tabs back here, then you have an SM8. If you have them on a keyboard either here or on the left side, you have an SM9. So let's go ahead and test those tabs real quick. So we have tabs set on 10 space intervals already, so I'm just going to clear them all in one swoop by flipping this switch on the right side of the carriage down. And that clears all the tabs. I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter by hitting that set button right there. So now it stops at that spot. Very good. To clear that one specific tab, and not all of them, you just hit that clear button when you get to the tab. Very good. And that is it for the keyboard. We're going to open the hood. It opens like a car hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right clockwise. If you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, you just rotate this ribbon guide towards the middle on either side. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, and it will swap the direction automatically, so you don't have to do this unless you have a problem, typically where you just want to swap the direction manually. So we do want it to go to the right side there. So if you have a newer SM9, then the touch control is inside here. I believe it's most of the time on the left side, but sometimes it's on the right. We changed the design so many times on these, and the color combination. This is a nice teal color combination on this with the cursive logo. The newer model has a white, more white square shell, and they changed the logo to um, non-cursive, all caps Olympia. Carriage release only on the right side on this for whatever reason. Sometimes they have them on both sides. And I used to say that it was because of the deluxe. Unless somebody added deluxe on this at some point, then that's not true. So this is technically, if this is a deluxe, it doesn't have a carriage release on the left, even though it's an SM9. So I don't know why they took those off and on some models. I know the SM8 always has just the right side one. If you pull the knob out on the left side, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is 1/2 of the space. Same concept. If you move the line space selector all the way back, it disables the spacing. Move it forward, you get the clicks. You just want to be careful when you do that because you will lose your line if you're keeping track of your lines. And that's it. Now available on eBay, Etsy, or my new website, brooksawantiques.com.